got that early morning call on Sunday from his son, Mncedisi. His simple words were, "Utata uhambile." It was a massive blow. These past few months have been, without a doubt, some of the saddest in the United Democratic Movement as history, as well as as we lost so many of our senior leaders. May all their souls rest in peace. To Mrs. Filtane, the children, grandchildren, siblings, and all other family members, I want to express the condolences of the entire UDM national leadership and in the name of the party. Zizi will be missed on so many levels, not only in our political activities at the UDM, but also our personal lives. The time now is to mourn, but I want to console you and say that this will pass in time. Mrs. Filtane, you are already part of the UDM family. So please continue with your dedication to the party, but only once you feel strong enough. When the UDM Deputy President Ngabayom Zikwangwa so eloquently spoke at Mr. Filtane's memorial service on Thursday, he said that we should do what is right and remember the life of this man and honor his memory. So I set myself to the task to remember the Mncedisi Filtane I knew. I came across a quote from the late Dr. Maya Angelou that sounded like something he could have said, and I quote, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style," close quote. I just want to add a few of his other missions in life: his devotion, discipline, and compassionate service to the people, especially the poor and vulnerable. He was result-oriented, and he resented failing people. Zizi had a warm personality and a quick and clever sense of humor. Two other things I also recall was Mr. Filtane's love of words, expression, and oration, and of course his the rabbi. In 1976, when I played number 14 for the Orientals Rugby Club, and we played against his Wallabies team, I once raced for the try line with the late father of the Springbok Ndungane twins, giving chase. He was chasing me. I still have a vivid memory of the Wallabies fans madly shouting or screaming, "Bambelo Johnny!" Mr. Filtane and his close friend, late Mr. Kalaza, were shouting the same thing from behind the poles. So number 81 kwa Wallabies, kwa Orientals, yaying wide. Teta no white is ngapha kwa 25 meters width. Ijonga. Siyasignala lana ke pha. Ithi mna, that means a blind side. Scrum half when I promotionally white waphuma thatha ibhola ngalwezindele wayiflika kum le ngundungane namabathi laba phambi kwami laqomba yaxoka yayithatha ndathi ngenhloko wangena ndahamba phuma ikalika We had also met each other from time to time during my time as the then head of the Transkei government on issues of business and sport. I remember that he used to live in Node, Banpazam, a grand suburb of Mthatha, and now it sadly is a shadow of its former self. More potholes than roads. When Mr. Filtane started to explore politics, he bought into the simple truth of the UDM's main goal, which is to better the lives of all South Africans. Our mission statement aligned with his personal values, and I want to share it with you in his memory. I quote, "We will unite South Africans from all communities in a new political home built on the foundation of the principles and ideals of our national constitution. To this end, we will address poverty and imbalances in our society inspired by our unifying love of our country and its people. We will set free the creative power inherent in our diversity, and we will cooperate with all stakeholders to ensure a quality life and individual freedom for every citizen, based on good governance and civil order towards being a winning nation." These were goals he was willing to fight for, and for which he worked himself to a standstill. Good governance and civil order were matters of great concern for Mr. Filtane. Looking after public resources and ensuring that they are used for the social and economic upliftment of our people was paramount in his mind. When he and I would discuss the issues of the day and the state of the nation, he would ask, "General, when will this looting stop?" He was genuinely worried about the future of the people of this province in particular. We would recall the Transkei days and activism when we were still young men. When in 1994 came, and in the years thereafter, the people of this province placed their trust in leaders who masqueraded and paraded as the savers of the oppressed. Little did we know how misplaced that trust would be. Simply put, the comrades have betrayed the struggle. The revelations at the Zondo Commission and other commissions prove our suspicions that the ruling elite was plundering state coffers to line their own pockets and that of the ruling party itself, taking resources away from the people they claim to champion. The UDM is proud that our years-long agitation and pressure around the issues of promoting ethics of good governance are starting to yield results. At least Mr. Filtane witnessed the first vestiges of political will to have these criminals arrested. I make this undertaking in Mr. Filtane's memory that whilst the UDM is still around, we will fight anarchy and corruption, tooth and nail. In line with Mr. Filtane's passion to better the lives of our rural citizens, the UDM will continue to cause of having the collapse of Matanzima-era infrastructure in the area repaired, upgraded and integrated into the larger infrastructure scheme of South Africa. Mr. Filtane joined the UDM's parliamentarians in 2014 and was a complete natural. He was thought of as one of the most hardworking members of the National Assembly. He was always prepared for meetings and had diligently studied meetings material. Mr. Filtane had a good mind for details, which made him well suited for the lawmaking process. He, of course, loved a good debate and was a master of art, master of the artful interjection. In particular, he made a sterling contribution during his time as part of the ad hoc committee to initiate and introduce legislation amending Section 25 of the Constitution, ngendaba yomhlaba. Yes, uyafika pha e-ofisini indoda ke nephosha strong ngaphambi kwami, General, ithini position yethu kule nto yomhlaba? Did you are the last one to ask me that question? Because sonke sisuka eTranskei, usakhumbula uMathanzima waphathisha i-ties nePretoria because eclaim umhlaba. Position ye-UDM clear, siya-against le nto yenziwa i-ruling party yothi le nto mayiqale ngo-1912 yoclaim umhlaba. That means 67% yakhona sizayishiya ngaphandle. So imfazwe zokuhluthwa komhlaba kaziqale ngo-1912. Wahamba uTata Filtane wathi ngigqibile, wabaleka nebhola uTata Filtane. In particular, he made a sterling contribution during his time as part of the ad hoc committee. In 2019, he became the UDM's leader in the Eastern Cape legislature, and he used his well-honed skill to great effect. UDM will forever indebted to him for his sterling contribution in both these legislatures. How do we honor Mncedisi Filtane's life? It would be a sad day to see Mr. Filtane's labors go to waste. We cannot allow that to happen. In fact, UDM must build on the hard work he has done to build this party and South Africa. I want to echo the words of my deputy and say to the UDM leaders and members in Muma, go search from inside the party and without for like-minded people to join the cause of transforming South Africa into a winning nation. The 2021 municipal elections are less than a year away. That is not a lot of time to pull up our socks and find the Filtanes of this world to champion the UDM's cause. Talking to people in person and on social media, I get the sense that great hopes are pinned on the UDM to effect change in the Eastern Cape. Our responsibility as leaders and members of the UDM is to rise to the challenge and to be the change people want to see. Lastly, we call on government to make sure that the necessary budget is available and to speed up the process of having a COVID-19 vaccine given to our people for free, and to first roll it out in areas like these, as COVID-19 does not discriminate, and these are vulnerable communities. To Mr. Filtane, we say bon voyage, Tata. Uhambe kakuhle, lale ngoxolo, ripote phaa koMadiba, ripote koTata uChalaza, ripote koTata uMbambisa, baxelele uba asikayifumani laa nto sasiyilwela, ingakumbi le region eyancedisa ngolona hlobo. Ibuhlungu into yobona that old infrastructure collapses esikolweni. Ube ngekho neplan yoyireplace. hopefully sawude silifumane ichiza low trainer abantu because ndiyamazi that Filtane we-particular uba kwa outlook yomuntu othi ukhokhele okanye outlook yomabhalane axa ifikayo e-ofisini ufumanisa uba akanayo neklu uhleli phansi bendizojonga iripoti ebendiyifakile no filing system bimenza loo nto leyo umboma uyagula. So upresident we-country sithi kuCyril Ramaphosa nekomiti yakhe i-cabinet nizawugxekwa nithukwe ngale nto niyenzayo yokulwa ubugebengu. Sithi qhubelekani samsupporta amandla Nkosi.
Udlamini wayekhona ezabalazweni. Udlamini wayekhona ezabalazweni. Ezabalazweni.
Ibokeli yethu notata kuthi uzabulelwa tata likhaya unika lo mkhombandlela alo masuku lumko. Ngokweprogram le yam sikwayitem number 4 Eastern Cape Legislature ezawumelwa ngumamu Honorable Helen Salzman August endimbona ke selevelile kwi-screen zethu ebona uzawuthetha nathi engekho phakathi kwethu. Andazi uba ngubani nosilungiselelayo or yasilungiselela utata sikwazi umva. Masicela usisi asifakele item lenye ngokumama August asasela amanzi emveni kwakhe ke ngoku sikhutshelwe ngqo kumama August.
It is really just so sweet to trust in this Jesus, just to take him at his word. We need to rest and rest upon what he said in the Bible, just to know it will save us a lot. It is so sweet to trust in this Jesus, just to take him at his way. We need to rest and rest upon what he said in the Bible, just to know it will save us. Mncedisi family, kuyubawo. Jesus, Jesus, how we trust you, how we have proved you more and more.
1 Corinthians chapter 16 verse 13. Be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. It is with a heavy heart that today we join the Filtane family, his political organization, the UDM, and the community of Thanga Village to bid farewell to their son, who was also a member of the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature. This past Sunday, we woke to the devastating news of Honorable Filtane's passing. His untimely passing characterizes of what has now become of our precious lives during the times of COVID-19 pandemic. When COVID-19 pandemic broke out at the beginning of the year, we made all the necessary arrangements to protect our members from contracting the virus whilst conducting their parliamentary duties. Since then, we have lived each day in the hope that COVID may not reach us, our families, or our colleagues. Unfortunately, we have seen and experienced people close to us and those afar succumbing to this deadly virus. This implies that the coronavirus knows no boundaries. Unfortunately, the axe has fallen to the Filtane home today. Izembe liwelela tutuzelikani bu dlamini akuhlanga kungehliyo elizembe binilibo likiwe. Distinguished guests, Honorable Filtane was sworn in as a member of the provincial legislature after the national and the general elections in 2019. He was a charismatic member of the provincial legislature who was always keen on engaging on robust debates during house sittings and in the various portfolio committees he diligently served on. As one of two members of his party in the legislature, Honorable Filtane had to juggle in between 11 portfolio committee meetings between him and Honorable Mahlati. With the advent of COVID, the legislature had to develop new ways and means to interact and to keep abreast of the situation on the ground, and we developed a district-based model where our members would receive regular updates and engage on curbing the spread of COVID-19. Honorable Filtane has always managed to ensure that the voice of the UDM is felt in many of these district engagements, as he was also present in the district and in the local jobs. This was by no means an easy task, and it required the discipline, commitment and caliber of an MPL in the mold of Honorable Filtane to achieve. He made sure that his voice was vociferous during portfolio committee meetings, and he would not hesitate to express his dissenting views during tabling of portfolio committee reports during the house sittings. I even had to quiet him and call him to order. I am sure all of his colleagues in the portfolio committee meetings will dearly miss him. Mncedisi Filtane sukuba basukumbulo kwikomiti ebikuzo. Program Director. Losing a member is a bitter pill to swallow. There is no captain who would want to lose a member of the crew before they reach their destination. As the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature, we are, however, now confronted with this sad reality of losing our member whom we expected to reach the end of the 6th term with. Honorable Filtane has shown great enthusiasm when we reviewed our vision and mission for the 6th term of the legislature, which is an important exercise to redefine our mission statement and values. We are immensely saddened by the fact that he has gone so soon, but his contribution in his short period with us will definitely spur us on to achieve our goal of being an activist parliament. Once again, we extend our deepest sympathy to Mama Filtane, the children, the broader family, and his political organization, the UDM, on whom the sting of his death will be most felt. Lala Gotolo Tlamini, Zizi Jamaka Zijadu, Yanga, Empefumu, Wako, Angepula Gotolo. May your soul rise in glory on the day of resurrection. God bless you all. Nkosi. I greet the religious leaders, the Filtane family.
Thank you, Mamu August. The family of Filtane will give you words of appreciation in due course. Thank you very much. Let me now call a friend and a sport fraternity, Utaduzora Dunywa, sorry, Usisram Pagami.